Amnesty International sent a team to Lanao province in the southern Philippines to interview around 50 survivors and witnesses. What they heard were stories of widespread abuse on both sides, some of which amount to war crimes. The Amnesty report says members of a local group called the Maute targeted Christians. The attacks were often brutal. Some people were shot at point-blank range, while others had their throats slit. The Philippine military also stands accused in the report. It details accounts of civilians who say they were tortured by members of the Marines after their escape from Maute fighters. Some say they were hogtied, beaten, and accused of fighting against the government. Diego is one of the civilians from Marawi who survived. His story, told to Al Jazeera, backs up the Amnesty report.
Barilin kami.
The Maute beat us with their weapons, and they made us wear black and told us to go outside and forced us to steal food. Some of the women were raped. When we managed to escape, the military detained us for days. We were tired and beaten up. They accused us of being Maute fighters.
Amnesty International also says the damage to the city is worth further investigation. The group calls it unprecedented and questions whether the use of military operations was consistent to proportionality under international law. Satellite image shows neighborhoods in Marawi were wiped out at the end of the conflict.
Our actions in the Marawi conflict were guided by the rules of conflict, which provides for the necessity and proportionality in the use of force.
The war in Marawi is the longest battle the Philippine military has fought since World War II. Maute fighters took control of several parts of Marawi city in May and held more than 2,000 people hostage. The Maute made no secret of their brutality. It is highlighted in their propaganda. But many here believe the Philippine military should be held to a higher standard.
The AFP is the protector of the people and the state. They are the ones who are bestowed with that title to be the protector of the people and the state, and that's why we hold them to account, because they're the duty bearers.
The military has been undergoing reforms for several years now. The operation in Marawi is being seen as a test as to whether lessons on human rights have been institutionalized. Many would also like to see if the mechanism to ensure transparency and accountability is also in place. Accusations of human rights abuses committed by the state have been the cause of grievances by so many Muslim communities, which in turn are being exploited by radical armed groups here. Many believe these grievances need to be resolved soon before they again push more people to take up weapons against the government. Jamela, Alindogan, Al Jazeera, Manila.